Okay, so we're going to start off with asking you each for 3 minutes just to describe your agenda, why you feel you're appropriate for the role. Perhaps we'll start with Liam, if that's okay.
Yeah, cool. Stand up as well, man. Hello everyone, I'm Liam. I'm standing for president. And one of the main reasons that I'm standing is I believe in continuity, and I think that continuity has enabled us this year to be very successful, and I want to continue to the next year. No bones about it, cuts are on the way, and it's quite a sad time for higher education in general, with the university facing budget cuts of up to 80% in its teaching funding. That's directly going to impact students that are here now. That's you guys, that's first years, that's second years, and students who are yet to arrive at uni. There's nothing you can essentially do about that. The cuts are going to happen. It's just we need to make sure the Students' Union is being involved in talks and discussions with the university about where these things are, where they're going to come, so that students get the best deal possible out of their tuition fees, especially when they go up. Just to whiz through a few points on my manifesto. My belief is that my involvement in the Students' Union massively enhanced my university experience. So I've sort of put a pledge in. I know that pledges don't hold much political weight these days, but I've put a pledge in mind to say that I wish to protect funding for sports teams, societies, volunteering and media groups, so that people can still come and can still get involved, so that we do provide something. So even if elsewhere suffers, people can come and get involved. Other bits that I've got down in my manifesto, generally it's about representation and making sure that students have got a voice to the university, and I feel that I'm a suitable candidate for doing that. Other things that I want to do if I'm elected, I want to spend a little bit of money on our venue. That'd be nice, so that we've got something we can be proud of. Leicester Uni have got their fancy £16 million O2 Academy. We've got essentially something that we eat our lunch in, so we want to spend a little bit of money on something. And we've got the money, it's been put away, so that's not budgeted for anything, and that will then help stem our income so that we can improve our commercial services. I want to fight for a fair deal for international tuition fee limit when that gets set. We don't yet know what it is, as we don't know what the home fee student fee will be. But with internationals, potentially that could be drastic, and we have a lot of international students at De Montfort. A big thing that I'm looking for, obviously we bring the nurses and the midwives over from Charles Freers onto the city campus, so we've got to make sure that they're well provided for. They've got their own specific course needs. We need to make sure as a Students' Union that we are providing them with what they need. And that moves on to things like the parking issue, which I think came up earlier. My thoughts on that is that we need to lobby local councils and local car park providers so that we can get our students and our midwives and our nurses and our home students and mature students who've got families onto campus and off of campus as easily and as cheaply as possible. Finally, I wish to continue the space proposal. I want to keep lobbying the university for more space. We know that it's difficult, as we've found out the university have got certain leases on things, but we need to put ourselves in a position so that when the leases do expire, we are ready to take over, and we can potentially expand from our one floor, which is not really good enough. I'm Liam. I hope you've all been impressed enough to vote. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Liam. That's Liam Davis, candidate for president, and now I'm going to ask David Winter, candidate for VP Media Communications, to just introduce himself and explain why I think he's a good person for that particular role. Thank you, David.
Cool. Right, yeah, I'm David Winter. I'm a third year media production student. The reason I'm going for the role of VP Media is I've been very heavily involved within Demon Media itself for the past 3 years. During my time here at De Montfort, I've made some absolutely amazing friends through that and had a lot of experiences which I feel genuinely enhanced my time in De Montfort, and I want to carry on this tradition of ensuring Demon Media can be the best it can be, and also ensuring the communication is kept completely open with the student body, because as Liam said, we are facing very dark times all over, not just in the university but all over the country, and I think it's essential that the union remains completely transparent throughout that, because students need to know what's going on and they need to know how it affects them. And that's something I feel I could effectively communicate to the student body. Leading on from that, my second main point is that I want to conduct a really in-depth survey to the student body and research exactly what it is they want from their student union, because money is going to be tight and we are going to struggle, and so there's no point spending it in the wrong places. We need to spend it on what the students want and make the most of what we do still have. I'm also my third main point is that I want to put a real spotlight on our societies, on our sports teams, and on RAC, because at any given time we have so much talent and potential within the union that at times I feel is going unshowcased. I really want to put it out there and say that we are carrying on, no matter what's going on out there, no matter how we're being affected by budget cuts, we're still being great, we're still doing all that we can, and De Montfort is still a fantastic university with plenty of opportunities open to its students. And finally, in regards to Demon Media, I want to really increase communication between the three branches. There's been quite a long-standing, not rivalry, like it's never been malicious or anything, but there's always been a bit of healthy competition, shall we say, between the three branches of Demon Media. And the thing is, they can work fantastically together. Earlier on in the year, when Ted's band came to the union, I kind of headed up the interview with the band, and we had Demon TV filming the interview with one of our presenters. We had Demon FM there recording the sound with one of their presenters, and we had the paper recording the whole thing and then transcribed it later on. And all three of the branches worked so effectively together to cover this quite fantastic event, and I'd love to see more of that, and I'd love to see a lot more communication, and also probably a sort of stricter management system in the three, like really push us forward to the next professional level.
Seconds.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. Thank you.